And she mentioned you need a good financial planner. We've got the perfect one for you sitting with me right now. So we're going to talk money matters when it comes to planning for your retirement. The market turmoil has put some serious cracks in a lot of people's nest eggs. And Chad Tobin with Slagle Financial is here to explain the steps you need to take today to ensure the success of your retirement tomorrow. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks
we have 4 really important steps we need to focus on today. And the first one's really interesting. It has to do with the fact that this is an election year. Why is that important?
Well, generally speaking, election years are relatively good years in the markets, and but this year I think there's a couple things that as investors and retirees you need to kind of be, and what we are doing is watching out for, is we've actually experienced some recent market volatility the last couple weeks. When you have 100, 200 point swings on a daily basis, whether it's positive or negative, that's showing us that there's more volatility in the markets. The other thing is there's a very good chance that us as a nation can hit our debt ceiling before the election. So if that were to happen, Virginia, that's going to create some major volatility as well. So
that's really scary. So what I'm hearing is don't treat this like an ordinary election year and dive into the market.
Well, I think we all want the markets to continue to be positive and continue to grow, and we're coming off of the best first quarter that we've had probably since the late 1990s. So, you know, there are some good positive signs, but I think also, you know, as investors, we need to be cautious because there's some other areas that we need to focus on.
And your next point is that you need to make sure you don't lack clarity with your plan. You know exactly what you're trying to do.
Yeah, and a lot of times with retirees, building an income plan and making sure they have that income coming in for the rest of their life. So having that clear picture, because a couple things to consider is taxes and inflation, being able to eat away that income plan. So it's not necessarily about the amount of assets that you've built, but it's how are you going to use those assets to create that income to last throughout the rest of your life.
And that's hard because no one can really see into the future. But you can actually help kind of navigate that for someone?
Yeah, and really just with the previous guest talking, there's a lot about retirement planning and financial planning. And, you know, when we talk about protecting the assets for long-term care, assisted living, home health care, that's one aspect, but also then protecting those assets for income to last throughout the rest of your life is very important too.
And that's what you say, you need to protect your gains.
Right, you know, protecting your gains, and as I mentioned, we just came off of a great quarter starting this year, and you know, one thing that we talk about is short-term memory syndrome, and it's very easy for us as investors to forget what we were feeling like in the bad times. And last year, you know, maybe from August to October, a lot of those gains that people realized were taken away in a quick time period. So, you know, we forget how we were feeling in tough times, and I think it's just important to understand that your portfolio and the exposure you're having in the markets, you are comfortable with.
It sounds like an ideal time to call you because, I mean, nobody, unless you're an expert, knows how to deal and navigate through all of this. So.
And it's up to you, and it's your situation, it's your retirement, so really tailoring it to your needs, your risk tolerance, and the income goals that you have is important.
Well, thank you so much. And Chad and the team at Slagle Financial can help you start planning for your retirement today. Contact Slagle Financial at 888-294-9248 or visit slagleFinancial.com. Kent?